Whoa, finally get started. I've been waiting for this for about 20, I've been working on it for 10, 12 minutes. I'm so sorry about it. Anyway, good morning. This is Dr. Ziqing Wang, your holistic medicine practitioner in Lakewood, Colorado, from Eastern Wellness Acupuncture. And today it's sunny out there in Colorado, in Denver, Colorado, and I'm happy to be here with you and spend this precious time together. Anyway, I know that there's a lot going on lately, and I would like to um, put some word out there and put a support in our community, and find a solution and be the one that can take care of everybody. Anyway, so have you been experiencing anxiety, um, fatigue, or sleep problem? Like it's harder for you to sleep now, and even pain. If you have pain before, maybe the pain got worse lately. You're not alone, because I know what's going on right now, and it's not an easy time. It's a time of change, and especially for us, for women that's in my age, like from 45 to 50, or even younger, 35 to 55, and that we have a lot of weight on our shoulder, and I do feel that now as I'm entering this age of menopause and perimenopause. And oh, hi Laura. Laura is one of my good friend, and hi there. So how are you? How is the weather in Texas? So anyway, in this age, we're also stepping into the age of change as well, and I'm talking about menopause. And in this age, we women are experiencing more responsibility, but we're not as strong as before, as we're in our 20s, and we can be mother, and we can be teacher or doctors out there taking care of family, friends, students, and patients, or your clients. And sometimes that way can be a lot, and we probably can manage it pretty well in not as a stressful time like now. But right now, you know, it can be very, very overwhelming. Oh, so Laura told me that it's cold and rainy in Texas. Well, it's very sunny here, Laura. And hello, Susan. Susan is also one of my good buddy in the mastermind group. So thank you for joining me, and don't forget to leave me some critique. Uh, so how are we feeling? I'm not saying that men are not important, but how are we feeling right now? Because men is also facing good responsibility as well, and it can be very overwhelming. The emotions, the emotional part, and we can feel tired and sometimes probably a little depressed. And I admit, I feel vulnerable when I was, seeing the news, and it's not. I feel that my boundary was invaded. And oh, so Susan told me that you're getting ready for lunch. Nice. I just had my breakfast. So Susan is one of the professional women I know that always eats very healthy. So she's my role model as well. So anyway, and I feel that my boundary was invaded with all the bad news around me. And sometimes you probably even feel a little guilty, right? I know I did. And because we as women, especially in this age, with family, with responsibility, and with people that we are tend to take care of, and especially for someone that is nurturing in nature, that we feel that we have a sense of protection, that we need to protect people around us. We need to protect our community, and that even adds a weight in the shoulder. So all this overwhelming emotions, what was happening lately? I know that from my client, they've been talking about, you know, tired, low energy, and especially not being able to sleep. So I see that there was a trend that people are starting to reach out for medication, and or even antidepressants, sleep aid, even for those that it was not their habit to do so. And but there are some people that is conscious about this. Then they reach out for yoga, meditation. They're all good. But what else can we do? What else? What other things that we can do to help us to go through this time faster, stronger? So when we come out of this, we're going to be a better self. So what I see is missing is that, we can have an even more overall picture coming from the wellness part of things, not treating you as a sick person. So the problem, what I see is that if you reach out for medication, is that, especially for sleep, for emotions, that the problem with that is that medication, it can put your body to sleep, but you don't really feel sleep, and a lot of time it can cause dependence. And some of us, if we're sensitive, you might even feel trapped. And that's the last thing we need to have in a time like this. And how about meditation? Because I practice meditation every day, 6 a.m. every day. And it's good. It's very good. But I have to say that meditation is not good for someone with extreme anxiety, because a lot of time you will have to fight that anxiety even more the more you want to calm down. And I would suggest that if you can practice yoga or Tai Chi or Qigong, if it's an activity or a workout like that, that's even better. But it doesn't address something that I'm going to talk about later. It's good, but it doesn't really address something I want to talk about later. And one more thing I would like to address is that in a time like this, it's especially important for us to eat well, to eat clean, nutritious food, not the processed food. And I would like to share a story of my client, my patient, that I have been treated for a few months. So she came to me from a phone call. So she found me from online, and she called me, and we talked briefly, and she decided to come in for treatment. So the first impression I got when I talked to her is that she's such a gentle, sensitive person that is going to take care of everybody. And she was having migraine for 20 years and problem with the sleep for 20 years as well, or probably longer. She woke up many times, like 3 to 5 times at least, to 6, 7 times a night. But basically, her sleep was not good at all. She didn't feel rested. She didn't feel energized, and the migraine got worse. And one of the things that is that whenever the stress level increase, the migraine and the quality, the migraine increase as well. The intensity, the frequency of migraine increase as well, and also the quality of sleep goes down. And so what I see in her is that I can see that the boundary around her was invaded. And I'll talk about what does Chinese medicine see on that. What's the philosophy of it? So she was really tired. She was really fatigued. And she has to, before she came to me, she had to, she had multiple migraines almost every week. And a few weeks before she came in, she even had to go to ER for the extreme migraine. And doctor always prescribe, opioid for her, for just that visit. But she didn't want that. She wanted a solution, or at least to find out what's going on with her. And so we talk about the boundary issue, and then we address that. and we work about 3 months together, and then in that 3 months, every time she come in, she always told me that, Dr. Wong, I feel better, and my migraine was down from cluster to just 1 or 2, and then after a month, she said that she was not waking up as many times, probably once a night, and able to just fall back asleep. And the migraine, she was not visiting ER at all. And that's a good thing, because after we continue working together for other issues after 3 months. And then now she only came to see me once a month or once every 6 weeks, just for maintenance. And I can see the change in her is that you can see the strength was built, and that boundary was rebuilt around her. She was not easily influenced by the stress at work or the stress brought on by her family or friend. She was able to, keep the strength inside her. And that is such a good improvement. And not just for her, but for me as well. Because for me, I always like to share with people why I'm doing what I'm doing, is that I like to see the smile on my patient. And I like to see that they walk out of my office feeling better than they came in. And I like to make a difference, a good difference in people's life. And I don't think that there's any better job than mine that is able to do this. And I am happy about it. I'm proud of this job, and I would like to share that with you all the time. So yeah, the positive change in her is just amazing. And what I found out is that if with working with hundreds of women, is that if we tonify qi, and the body knows how to correct itself. Because if you look at this, sleep is a normal function. Everybody knows how to. So we're born with know how to sleep, except for somebody that probably has some issue genetically. But we are born to know how to fall asleep, how to regenerate from sleep. And what is qi deficiency? So qi is a very unique concept in Chinese medicine. And what that is, that it's the energy that supports the inside function, but it also builds that boundary around us. So if we have a stronger qi, then the boundary is, imagine that yourself can live in a stronger bubble. And whatever that happens outside of the bubble doesn't really invade inside because it's strong. And then also, when you live inside the bubble, when you have enough qi, the normal function of the body knows how to, our body knows how to operate itself in a very healthy way and a strong way. So, and then with the qi deficiency, it's like there are holes in the bubble. So whatever that happened outside the bubble is going to come in. And by coming in, it's not just the virus. So the qi can be, it can be the immune system we're talking about. It can be the emotional system we're talking about, the nerve system, and the hormonal system, and digestive system. It support all the system in our body. And if we have qi deficiency, that's, first of all, internally, our system is not running as efficiently as it should. And also, if we have qi deficiency, the bubble that we build for us, so that the environmental change it's going to affect us more. So that's why I said, a lot of time, especially by treating a lot of women in this age, from 35 to 50, around menopausal period of time, is that we have by seeing qi deficiency, and by correcting that, it really helps the body to know how to function well without the medication, without relying on something that you can, like a medication, that's something that has side effect. And that also make whatever you do, the good habit that you do, like yoga, tai chi, meditation, even more efficient. And so if you look at qi, it's also like a bank account. So the more you have in the bank, the more you can give out. And women, especially our age, as mother, as doctor, as professional woman, we always give out, but we forgot to put it back. So by fixing the window, and that's what happened with my client, my patient, is that by tonify qi, by strengthen the energy, the normal function, that the sleep, the emotion is stronger and it's better, more efficient, whatever, and more energetic, and that's a good thing because it's not something that the medication can address. So that's why, by tonifying qi, I always said that by preserving tonifying qi, patient feels that their quality of life improves. And when you do sleep, you are sleeping. So imagine that you can sleep better and wake up in the morning feel energized, not feeling depressed. And whatever that's happening out there, it's not really affecting you negatively. I'm not trying to downplay what's going on right now in the world, but we don't have to be affected by it in such a great extent. We can still live our life with good quality. So now I would like to invite you, if you have the similar situations such as depression, like a sleep problem, you can give me a private message, and we can talk about it. We can have a short chat and find out if it's worth your time to have a check, and then we can talk about your situation and how I can help you. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thank you for your time, and thank you for my precious friend to be here with me. I will go online very soon again. Next time we'll talk about how the easy steps we can do to preserve and strengthen our qi and energy, and how to live happier in a time like this. All right, so goodbye everyone, and we'll see you soon.